Demon's Bond. Tensura x Mao Gakuin no Futekigosha by Void King. Ch 15. Transfer student. A few days had passed since the exam and Rimuru and Anos along with Misha and Sasha are now listening to Emilia's announcement. She announces that a new student will be transferring. This announcement made everyone have a mixed reaction. Some were happy to have new classmates, but some are also confused about why will there be a new student at this time since it's an odd time to transfer. Anos, on the other hand, was still thinking about the sword that Rimuru gave him while Rimuru just slept next to him. Honestly, this girl is such a pain, Sasha said as she tried to wake Rimuru up. Oi, Rimuru, class is starting, wake up, Sasha said as she shake Rimuru to wake her up. I'm awake, so stop shaking me, Rimuru said while still having a sleepy face. Emilia ignores Sasha and Rimuru and continues with her announcement. For the test scores regarding the scepter that Team Anos brought, unfortunately, someone slowed it, and until we found the culprit, Team Anos will be given a temporary grade of 70, Emilia said. This is unacceptable. It's the school's fault that it got stolen, so should we be having a temporary 100? Sasha said while she slammed her hands on the table. Unfortunately, there are also circumstances that we need to consider, Emilia replied. Sasha was at a loss for words, but then someone interrupted them and said that it was Misa Eliorog. Unfortunately for her, she was shut down and forced to sit down. Ha ha ha, you people in white should know your place, and besides, maybe the scepter was stolen by those two, one of the students said. Ha ha, he's right, M. One of the students tried to say something again but was stopped when Rimuru spoke. Shut up, all of you. You all are annoying, Rimuru said while she looked at them with cold eyes. Her words are enchanted by magic that made everyone aside from Anos, Misha, Sasha, and Misa group to shut up. It's not like they stopped talking on their own, but instead they can't since Rimuru was using magic in her words. What with all the ruckus? If it's stolen, then we just need to get it back, Anos said as he stands up and walks towards the front and looked at one of the students that can't speak nor move. I don't know what magic she uses, but it's useful to make an annoying person like this guy to shut up, is what Anos said. He then looked at the student and his eyes glowed red. It's a plain sight, you know, Anos said and pulled off the scepter from the student's chest. After obtaining the scepter, he handed it over to Emilia and whispered a few words in her ears. If you tried to make him do something, at least put more effort into it, Anos whispered to her ears. Anos then returned to his seat and spoke to Rimuru. Are you going to release them? Anos asks his sister. Ah, right, I forgot, Rimuru said and removed her magic, and everyone was once again been able to move freely once again. The school hours are boring for Anos and Rimuru, who knows almost all of the lecture here in this school. On their way home, Rimuru and Anos spurred since Anos, Misha, Sasha, and Misa went to the Unitarian building. You might be asking, what is the Unitarian? Well, Unitarian is a faction of demons that seek true unity without discrimination between royalty and mixed blood in Dilhadi. While Rimuru went to a cake shop to buy a limited cake that she had been craving for days. Ah, I can't wait to taste it, Rimuru said while happily walking towards the cake shop. Another day had passed and now everyone was on an arena. The goal of their test for today was to be able to lift one demon sword that was stuck on the ground. Although the task seems easy, it was hard since the demon swords choose their welders, and a person that is not suited to be its welder will never be able to lift the demon sword. Everyone in their class was having trouble since none can lift a sword. Even Misha and Sasha can't lift it. Ah, it's useless, I can't lift it, Sasha said as she gave up on trying to pull out one sword. Misha also gives up since she also can't lift a sword. Then Anos arrived. You both can't lift that sword? That demon sword must have hated you both, Anos said. I don't want to hear that to a person that doesn't have a sword in his hand, Sasha said. There's only one sword that I can't lift in this world, Anos replied. That's unexpected. I thought you would say that there's no sword that I can't lift, Misha said. Well, even I have to admit that the holy sword that the hero used is not for me, Anos said as one of the sword flew towards him and he catch it with his right hand. MNH. How about you, Rimuru? Are you going to try lifting one? Misha asks Rimuru, who was still not paying attention to what was happening since she was thinking about the cake that she brought yesterday that was still on her stomach. Ah. I'll pick one up, Rimuru said as she picked up one sword and lifted it, making everyone look at her in surprise. Not long after, another person lifted a sword. When they looked at who it was, they saw a young man with shoulder-length white hair and blue eyes. His attire consists of his uniform, which has a black belt surrounding it, as well as his badge on his left shoulder, black pants, and shoes. His name is Lay Glanzudley, the new transfer student. The students that saw him were everyone started to whisper to each other, asking who was this man. But they are interrupted when two of the 7 elder demon emperor arrive, saying things about training Rimuru, Anos, and the new transfer student. Anos and the transfer student knock out the 7 elder demon emperors, and the two were in their world, not even minding everyone that is looking at them. Those two are ignoring us, Rimuru said. Well, boys will always be boys, let them be, Sasha said as she dragged Rimuru back to their classroom, and Misha also follow. After everyone returns back to their classroom, Amelia introduces the new student. My name is Lay Glanzudley. I am looking forward to working with you all, he said. Then Lay, please join a team that you like, Amelia said, and Lay nodded and approached Anos and asked him if he can join. Could I perhaps join your team? Lay asked Anos. Anos looked at him and said, no thanks, we don't need you in our ground, the 4 of us are enough. Then what should I do for you to let me join you? Lay asked. If you really want to be one of my subordinate, then prove yourself, Anos replied. How would I prove myself? Lay asks. Misha, when is the next team competition? Anos asks Misha. Tomorrow, she replied in her usual voice. The tomorrow from fight us. Misha, join Lay's team and work together to defeat us. Yes, Anos-sama. Anos returned to his seat and he saw that Rimuru was looking at him. Is there something that matters, sis? He asks. Since when did I become your subordinate? Rimuru asks. Is she upset? Is what Anos thought. Just play along, sis. I'll buy you a cake tomorrow if you play along. Anos bribed Rimuru. Deal, Rimuru said without hesitation. She's too easy to bribe. Well, at least I won't have to deal with her tantrum. Is Anos, though, since the last time that Rimuru got upset, she almost killed Sasha and took Anos a whole week to convince her to let Sasha join the team. End.